Good morning, my friends. Happy Thursday. So right off the bat, I want to say that I'm sorry that I did not get a Weight is Enough Wednesday video up yesterday. I filmed one and then I forgot to upload it, and when I went to upload it last night, the footage was gone. I've been having a lot of problems with my phone. I'm not really sure why, but it keeps freezing and deleting stuff, and I'm not really sure. I have been checking to see when my upgrade is available, but I think I still have quite a bit of time left before I will be able to upgrade. So I need to go through and just clean a bunch of stuff out. I have lots of game apps and stuff that take lots of room that my son puts on and stuff like that. So I need to go through and clean my phone out and see if that makes a difference. But I'm just going to include, instead of trying to refilm it, I'm going to just tell you here. Today is Thursday. When I weighed in on Monday, I was down exactly 1 pound. So I am now at 183.2, which was a 1 pound loss from last week. I had a really great last few weeks doing the step into tracking. I'm gonna miss it a lot. I think Amber and I have kind of decided to start screenshotting each other all of our tracking stuff at night, because we want to try and hold each other accountable. So we'll probably start doing that. I'm struggling a bit right now. I'm struggling to find that balance. I had a really hard time last week. Any of you who watched my vlogs over the weekend and early into this week, I had a really hard time last week. I kind of jumped with both feet, adding meat and eggs back in, and I didn't feel good because of it. So over the weekend, I did my best to stick to totally plant-based, and I did that through the weekend, and I felt better. And then the beginning of this week happened, and again, I just kind of jumped both feet in. I've added meat and eggs and dairy, and I've been kind of eating everything this week, and I don't feel terrible. I know in my head that I don't want to eat meat all the time. I don't want to eat dairy all the time, but I'm tired of this struggle of where I fit and where I'm going and what I'm doing. I'm so close. I'm less than 3 pounds away from my goal weight to start maintaining, and I'm struggling to fit into a box, which I know that I don't need to, and I feel like I have been trying to explain my food choices for the last 6 weeks or so, ever since I started doing the vegan challenge, and I don't want to do that anymore. If I wake up and I feel like having a yogurt for breakfast, I'm going to have a yogurt for breakfast. If I wake up and feel like, oh, today would be a good day just to eat meat-free, I'm going to eat meat-free. I'm sick of floundering. I'm sick of trying to stay one or the other. And as I get closer to my goal, I just need to find that safe, comfortable, healthy spot to stay in, to maintain the weight that I have worked so hard to take off. So I think for now, I'm just going to limit my dairy because it makes me sick, but if I feel like having cheese or I feel like having yogurt, I'm just gonna allow myself to, because I think a lot of my stress that I'm feeling and my anxiety is not so much that I don't want to eat it, or I do, but it's that I don't want to let anyone down here. And I know we kind of went over this last week, and you guys have been so supportive and so amazing to tell me that I need to do what's best for my body, and I think I've just had a hard time accepting that. So starting today, we are living for today. We are living for each meal, for each moment, and as long as I am making healthy choices for my body and healthy choices for my mind, then I'm okay with that. That being said, So far this morning, I have had 1 cup of coffee. I did dig out, excuse me, I did dig out another bottle of pumpkin spice creamer, the sugar-free from Coffee Mate, out of my freezer. I still have 3 left in my freezer after the one I took out yesterday that I stockpiled from last year. I hit a major clearance sale at my store. The great big 32-ounce bottles of creamer were only 75 cents. So I literally bought 20 of them and put them in my freezer. And so I have a couple left in my freezer, and I'm going to start buying some more when I see them on sale. I'm also waiting for the mocha peppermint one. I really like that one too. So I've been patiently waiting for that one to come out in stores. The regular one is in our store so far, but not the sugar-free one yet. So I'm waiting for the sugar-free one to come out in our stores. So far I've had a 1 cup of coffee. I did have 3 tablespoons of the pumpkin spice creamer in it. That was at about 6 o'clock this morning. It is 8:15 now. I will probably have another cup of coffee when I get home, but I will probably just use the cashew milk in that coffee, so that will be 0. And I'm thinking that this morning might be an egg and grits morning. So maybe that's what I will have for breakfast, but I will pop back on and show you when I make it. I hope everybody's having a good day. It's starting off pretty warm here. It's about 54 degrees right now, and it is, even though you can't really see it, it's, well, I guess you can because now it's on my face. It is very sunny out this morning, so I think it's going to be a beautiful day. I actually have a pretty big non-scale victory. I did probably my fastest jog yesterday. My husband took my daughter with him when he went to run errands yesterday, and my son was at school, and I thought, what do I want to do for my mommy time? I can either lay on the couch and get some TV time in, or I can put my sneakers on and go out for a jog all by myself. Usually when I go out for walks lately, I go with my mom and her dog, so it's just kind of a stroll. It's not really a power walk or anything by any means. So I laced up my shoes, and this was I probably jogged 60% of the time, and I did 2 miles in 27 minutes, which is by far my best time. It's about 13.5 minutes per mile, which is a really big deal for me. So I was super proud of myself that I went out and did that, and it felt really good. It felt really good. So here's to non-scale victories this week, because I certainly have not had very many of them. So yeah, that's my non-scale victory for today and for yesterday. I'm feeling really good. So I am almost home. I'm gonna go home and eat breakfast, and I will show you when I make it. Bye guys. Hi friends. So it is finally breakfast time. It is 9:15. I just packed my husband off to work. So I'm having maybe another half a cup of coffee. There was only like half a cup left in the pot. So I added 1 more tablespoon of the pumpkin spice creamer, but I hadn't had the rest of my cup in a while, so I'm counting it as 0 points. You want some ketchup? No, it's ketchup. Sorry about that. So, yes, half a cup of coffee for 0 points. I am having a banana, and then I am having grits and eggs. There is, sorry, looking for my spoon. These are the original Quaker's instant grits for 3 points. There's a 2-point egg, and then there is a 1 point worth of the Earth Balance non-dairy butter in there. So that's 1 point. So 6 points plus the 1 cup of coffee I had earlier, which makes it 7. I am working on my 2nd tumbler of water. So 7-point breakfast. I'll check back in later. Bye, guys. Hi, guys. So I wanted to share something with you really quick. I am putting together a pumpkin soup. I was going to do a butternut squash soup, and the recipe I'm using is called butternut squash soup. I don't have a butternut squash. I'm actually going to use pumpkin because we had a little sugar pumpkin that I had cut into the other night and roasted a little bit of it. So I'm going to use just pumpkin, but I wanted to show you. My mom informed me this morning. Now, any of you who are new, I live in a duplex with my parents. Me and my husband and my kids live on one side, and my mom and her husband live on the other side. And the only thing outside of our rent that we pay for is our heating fuel. But our propane for our gas, for our cook stove and stuff comes from my mom's side. They are in the process of changing over the tanks, so we are just about out of gas for our cook stove until they come and switch the tanks either today or tomorrow. So I was going to roast the pumpkin in the oven, and now I'm going to cook it in the crock pot. I looked and found a recipe that shows I can cook it in the crock pot. So I have a big mess I just made. In my crock pot I have, in the recipe it does say to cook it, like just cut it in half and cook it, skin and seeds and all. I'd already cut up part of the pumpkin, so I just peeled the rest. These will go to the chickens. So it's all peeled, and then I left it in pretty big pieces, and I'm just going to cook it until it's soft. I just added 1 cup of veggie stock and 1 cup of chicken stock to it, just because the veggie stock's all gone. And I'm also going to put a couple shallots and a clove of garlic in here and just cover it. I have it on low, and I'm just going to let it cook throughout the day. And then what I'm going to add to it is some coconut milk and some spices, and I'm going to zip it up in with my immersion blender, and I will show you that when I do it, but I wanted to show you this part. I'm going to sprinkle in a little salt and pepper, the garlic, and the shallots, and put a cover on it. It is almost 10 o'clock, and I'll probably let it cook until like 4 on low, and just let the squash do its thing. So I'll see you guys back here at lunchtime. Hello, my friends. It is lunchtime. So I'm working on my 4th tumbler of water, and I just have a big salad today. It's in a big pasta bowl. I couldn't think of anything that I wanted to eat. So sorry about the phone was ringing. So I have a big salad. It has lettuce, peppers, radishes, onions, cucumbers, all for $0. There is 50 grams of rotisserie chicken breast, so that is 1 point. There is 2 points worth of the non-dairy ranch that I made, so that makes it 3. There's an apple, and then there is 1 point worth of avocado that I had left, so I just used it up. So 2 for the ranch, 1 for the chicken, 1 for the avocado. That's 4 points for the salad. And then in here I have 15 of the mini Snyder's pretzel twists, and that is 2 points. So my whole lunch is 6 points. I put all the information into the recipe builder for the pumpkin soup, and if I only get 4 servings out of it, I don't really know how much the pumpkin and everything will cook down, or how loose or how thick it will all be with the liquid that I have added in. So 4 servings is what the recipe says that you will get, and they are 2 smart points apiece. So as I make it tonight and dish mine out, I will dish it out equally and find out how many servings exactly I will get out of it, depending on if I have to add more or less liquid. Or, I mean, the only other liquid I have left to add is the coconut milk. The broths are already in there, so those are already counted. So we'll just have to wait and see what it looks like when it's made. But for now, soup is 2 points per serving, and I will probably just have a piece of Ezekiel bread with some non-dairy butter or something on it. So supper will not be very high point at all. So yeah, I've still got 17 points left after one bowl of soup is tracked. So we've got plenty for the day. So I will check in after I eat. Alright friends, so I let my squash cook all day. It is 4:47. And my onion, there was the little shallots in there, just barely. I added most of the can of coconut milk. I actually added a little bit of nutmeg, which the recipe calls for, and then I actually added a little curry paste. It needed something. It just tasted really bland and boring. So I added about a tablespoon of curry paste to this. So I'm going to put this in a bowl, and then I will show you. Alright guys, I'm really sorry about the glare. I can't seem to stop it. I've moved my bowl around a couple of times. I took like maybe a teaspoon, probably not even that much, of the leftover coconut milk that was in the jar. And then I made my own croutons. I took one piece of Ezekiel bread with a little bit of the Earth Balance butter, not even quite a teaspoon, salt, pepper, and garlic powder. This is about a third of the piece of toast. So I'm going to count the toast as 1, the pumpkin seeds as 1. I don't think the coconut milk is anything. So this whole bowl of soup is 4 points, and I'm going to go and eat. Just a minute, please. Hi friends, so it is about 7 o'clock and I am getting ready for my LuLaRoe online pop-up show tonight. So I hope that'll be fun. I still have 15 points left for today. I had a couple really low point meals. I just had a salad with the ranch and the 1 point worth of chicken for lunch. So it was only 5 points. And then I had just the one bowl of soup for supper with some of the croutons and the pumpkin seeds. So dinner was only 4 points, and it actually was really filling. I filled up really quick, but I'm starting to get hungry again. So I haven't decided if I just want to air pop some popcorn or if I'm just going to have maybe a pumpkin pie spice English muffin with a little bit of almond butter on it. 15 points is a lot to have left over, so I will probably have a snack. So I'm not really sure yet what I'm going to do. So I guess I will leave this video open until I decide what I want to have for a snack. And then I will check back in with you guys. Okay, I changed my mind. I was just looking around. It's been literally like 1 minute since the last time I filmed. I found one of these Wild Garden pita chip and hummus boxes. I have one left. So I'm just going to have this for a snack. I'm going to put it here on the counter and save that for during my show, my party, so that I can get this video uploaded. I'm gonna have to walk in place my whole show. I'm only at like 7,500 steps, so I have a ways to go, but like I said, it's only 7, and I'll probably be up for a while, so I'm gonna walk in place and watch some YouTube while I'm getting ready. And I will see you guys tomorrow. So that leaves me with 9 points for the day, and I'm just gonna call it good. I'm not going to eat just to use those points, and I'm not super hungry, but I will try to at least get these in so that I can use up some of those points. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hope everybody has a good night. Bye!